Yo, welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet Violet VGC video. I'm your host Jose Rocks, and today we have another episode of Journey Through VGC. The current format we're in is Regulation E. Y'all ready? Let's get into it. Alright, we have another banger, guys. Welcome back. So now we're going to be using a team built around Kommo-O. So I'm finally giving, my take on Kommo-O and how strong it can be and what it can do in the format. And my take on Kommo-O is a little bit different from what you may be used to. Kommo-O was used to having teams built completely around it, but I kind of built this team in a way where it's able to function without Kommo-O, right? So that's why I call it Kommo-O balance, because it's not just rely on Kommo-O setting up Clangerous Soul and trying to sweep your opponent, right? You can literally leave Kommo-O on a bench and still find success with this team. So the Kommo-O set is going to be, one of the sets that popped up early in the format with the Clangerous Soul Flash Cannon, Clanging Scales, and Steel Tera with Throat Spray. I kind of wanted to try this out myself, and the bulletproof ability makes you really good in the Flutter Mane, right? Flutter Mane does not want to see this Kommo-O, and that's, one of the benefits from being able to use this in the format, something that is really good in the Flutter Mane. So that's going to be the Kommo-O set, pretty standard as far as Kommo-O sets go. Of course, the other Kommo-O set that's running around right now is the Iron Defense Body Press, but I still wanted to give this one a try because I actually really like this Pokemon, right? So next we're going to have Landorus. Landorus is Choice Scarf. The Intimidate support plus, speed and immunity to electric and ground is really good for this team. We do have a couple Water Teras on this team, so that makes like the Iron Hands less useful into those two, and that's kind of what the idea behind behind Landorus is. Also, like Kommo, when it gets a Clangerous Soul boost off, like the Intimidate support, dropping those physical attackers, making them not as strong, is also really good for this team. Next, we're gonna have Heatran. This Heatran is one of the stars of this team. This Pokemon is so powerful. Life Orb Heatran with Heat Wave, Tera Blast, Earth Power just decimates so many things, and I've been really impressed with it. And I think that it shows its value when you're able to get around like ground types and fighting types, or like water types, things that can like kind of remove it quickly. Even though like we don't have that much bulk invested in it, this Heatran is still very bulky for what it wants to do. And the Life Orb damage that comes out from Heat Wave and Tera Blast just does so much damage. And it's been a lot of times that you'll see in the video where my opponents are kind of forced to like click Heat Wave, because Heat Wave looks somewhat good into the team with the Sinistcha and the Steel Tera Kommo-O. And now you're just boosting up Heatran. If you don't have a way to remove it, like his Heat Waves are dealing like so much damage with Life Orb. So I'm really a fan of this Heatran set. And I hope that you all, if you like Heatran, leave a like on the video. If you think that this type of set is one of the better Heatran sets. And Leftovers is always the most consistent. And then there's also like Assault Vest, Sugarberry, and other things like that. Ability Shield. But I think that, Life Orb, with the surprise damage that it's able to do, makes Heatran really valuable. Next, we have Sinistcha. So the Sinistcha set is also another pretty standard set. The only difference it is in the other Sinistchas I've been using is that this one's Water Tera. I feel like Water Tera is more valuable for going up against a lot of the different meta and getting up your Trick Room safely, right? The only thing that it really loses to is like a grass attack into Sinistcha prediction, but that's really hard to make when Sinistcha is typically Fire Tera. And even if you go for why would you go for a grass type move into a grass type that hasn't even Tera'd yet? So it's a hard read, and it's not to open team sheet, so it's really hard to predict the Tera on Sinistcha, and that's the value that comes behind it. The Rocky Helmet and the Hospitality combo was just really good. Being able to switch out, switch back in, heal your teammates, chip things with Rocky Helmet, drop the attack of physical attackers, and potentially burn them with Matcha Gotcha, makes this Sinistcha set a real nuisance. And I actually love this Pokemon. I would say they might be my favorite new Pokemon in the Tilmash DLC as far as the new Pokemon that were introduced. If we have to go against the Pokemon that are coming back, of course it's going to be Infernape, because that's my favorite Pokemon overall. But if we're talking specifically about the new Pokemon that were introduced into the game that had never been in the game before, Sinistcha is probably my favorite when it comes to those. Next, we have Iron Hands. Iron Hands is also a pretty standard set. And you see like a lot of these sets on this team are very standard, but the way they come together and the synergy that they have kind of makes this team click. So the Iron Hands has Fire Tera that gives you a good matchup into Fire Ogrepon. Fire Ogrepon really likes to try to remove Iron Hands from the field turn 1 with like a Fire Tera. And like next to like Sun or Chien-Pao, it's usually able to pick up that one hit KO on Iron Hands, and now they've removed like one of your bulkier threats that's on the field. And Iron Hands really doesn't want to be removed that easily, so that's why, you know, the Fire Tera is on it. Also, it gives you a resistance to Teferi, which Iron Hands having a resistance to Fairy is always valuable for it. So now you're able to 1v1 Fluttermane very easily. And last but not least, we have Ogrepon. Ogrepon with the redirection of the water to keep Water Urshifu from dealing a lot of damage to you, and just also being able to protect the Kommo-O is really valuable. Ivy Cudgel, Water Ivy Cudgel is very strong, and Wood Hammer just being able to remove things. This Ogrepon is max, almost max attack, so still you're dealing a lot of damage even though you are a support set. If they let you get off attacks, you're still able to deal a lot of damage to this Ogrepon. So that's gonna be it for like a team breakdown. I really am proud of this team. I think Kommo-O balance is the way to go. And if you really want to learn how to use Kommo-O and a team like this, I think this is the team for you. So there is a rental code up at the top right, as well as a Pokepaste down in the description below. And that's going to be it for a breakdown. Let's get into these battles. Alright, so for our first match, we have Brummelgas Tornadus. So it seems like this duo is still popping up around. It's pretty annoying. He also has Hisuian Arcanine, Water Urshifu most likely, Chien-Pao, and Frigoraph. So my opponent's team is not gonna like Trick Room, but how would he shut that down, Frigoraph? I think Water Sinistcha is really good into this team. I kind of don't want to bring Kommo-O. I think I'll go Landorus in the back and this Heatran kind of gets okay. Fairy Tera Blast. I think I like Ogrepon. And I bring Landorus just because Landorus has a good matchup into Hisuian Arcanine. I can intimidate the Brummelgas, so it's not doing much damage. Alright, Water Urshifu. I'm gonna Tera Trick Room. I think Urshifu switches here, so I'm gonna go for Wild Charge. I don't want to risk it if he's Covert Cloak and just waste a Fake Out when I can probably get a KO here. I think if he has Taunt, that kind of shuts this down, right? We may be able to pick up a KO on Tornadus. Yeah, so there's the tech. Oh, he just went for Bleak Plant, perfect. Critical hit, not ideal, but... Alright, so we get a free KO and Trick Room's up. And we can heal with Matcha Gotcha all the health that we lost. He's in a really bad spot now. And this is the balanced part of this team. Like, they expect Kommo-O, and then we just don't even have to bring it. And we don't want to force Kommo-O when we see that, you know, Trick Room can dominate a team. Sinistcha and Iron Hands are a really good duo together. Now, I did use my Tera. But it's fine because I don't know how much Bleak One would be doing to Sinistcha. Right? So I'm gonna Matcha Gotcha here. Drain Punch Arcanine. Made Tera. It's fine. I mean, we got Ogrepon in the back. Alright, so that slot is switching. Brahma Gas. Okay. Grass Tera. Grass Tera's interesting because I went for Strength Sap there. He's in a really bad spot. We miss. Still did a decent amount. Okay, so I need to beat everything around Brahma Gas. Because I don't have really good damage into Brahma Gas. But if I can beat everything that's around it, then I'll be in a good spot. This should help me survive the E-Speed, and then I'm going to Strength Sap up. Oh, he didn't even go after that slot. Beautiful. So I think he may be locked into E-Speed. I'm gonna go for Matcha Gotcha here and U-turn back out. And like Brahma Gas can Strength Sap me, but like once I just continue to remove his pieces around it, it can't beat everything, right? And he can't really pick up a KO easily. He can't get Brahma Gas attack back up, so it is at -1. Okay, so we get a Matcha Gotcha off into Urshifu. Really good damage. And a burn to boot. If we burn the Brahma Gas, that's a wrap. Whew, that was a lot of damage actually. Alright, so no more attacks into my Sinistcha because we want to heal all the way back up. I'm gonna Strength Sap, Brahma Gas, and follow me. Yeah, Urshifu's done at this point. Yeah, so we're not even going after that slot. He didn't even go for a priority move. I thought he may go for like a Shadow Sneak. Alright, so I'm just gonna set up another Trick Room. Follow me again. And then I can always get Landorus and cycle Landorus for Intimidate. So I don't really need Landorus offense. I just need to get rid of Arcanine. And then we're in a good spot. Yeah, so Brahma Gas is doing no damage right now. Not doing any damage, thank you. This Sinistcha is such a nuisance for my opponent. Urshifu should go down here. Nice. Alright, so now there's no more Intimidate cycling. I can actually bring out Landorus here, Strength Sap, Arcanine. Because I want him to kill the Landorus slot, to be honest. Give me a free switch into the Iron Hands, and then Iron Hands clean up the Arcanine. Oh, he's just locking in the E-Speed, okay. Power did a lot of damage, actually. Alright, so we need to start picking up the damage quickly. Yeah, so he definitely wants to get rid of Sinistcha, but we did a perfect switch there. Yep. And now Arcanine is gone. So it's a 4v1. And now we just Strength Sap the Brown Bagasse and it can't beat Sinistcha. Beautiful. We get the boon of the hospitality to heal up. And just follow me. And we just Strength Sap. He may just forfeit here. Now the Arcanine's down. He still stays in, so he believes in a comeback with Brown Bagasse, but I don't think there's anything you can do here. Eventually, Power Whip is gonna miss. And then after this turn, I'm gonna start Matcha Gotcha because it's probably gonna be like -2 now, -3. So once we burn it, even the crits won't even matter. For Poltergeist. Ivy Cudgel. Ooh, I did a lot of damage. This is single target Matcha Gotcha. Oh yeah. So he has to Strength Sap here. Oh, the burn's gonna do it. Nice. So we just kind of 4-0 here. Yep. And this is how you play Sinistcha. You just protect it. And that's why I have the balance on this Ogrepon. Ogrepon is not here just to protect Kommo-O. It also protects Sinistcha because Sinistcha is also a win con. Even though we don't have any like Calm Mind or Nasty Plot, which we probably could have slotted it on there instead of the Rage Powder. But I also want Sinistcha to act like another redirection for Kommo-O because this is a Kommo-O team. But as you see, like Sinistcha is really good right here. Like a single Calm Mind there would have probably just swept the game, right? Alright, but that's gonna be it for that battle. Let's get into the next one. Alright, so we have opposing hard Trick Room team. If he wants to set it up, he has 2 Trick Room setters. Sinistcha is good against Ursaluna, but then he has Torkoal, which I can bring Heatran to deal with. I can leave Sinistcha Kommo-O, get Kommo-O set up. Bring Heatran in the back just to deal with Torkoal. I think a Landorus Intimidate is valuable here. I don't think I need to bring Iron Hands and Ogrepon, even though Iron Hands is good into like Trick Room teams. I think that it kind of gets rolled over by Torkoal and Ursaluna inside of Trick Room, right? And we're not minimum speed, so they're just going to underspeed us. So I think I can keep Trick Room off the field, get Kommo-O boosted up while he's playing passive. And have Landorus for Intimidate and Heatran to switch in on the Torkoal. He could go for a Moonblast here, right? I'm just gonna Strength Sap this. And protect. Because he could go for like a fake out Moonblast. Oh, he's switching, hard switching. Oh, that's an incredible play. That's what you got to do when you have a hard Trick Room team. You got to have that conviction to go for those switches like that. Like, I wonder if he still clicked Trick Room here. Yeah, he did. Alright. So I'm going to save Kommo-O for the end game. There's no point in sacking it here. We do have to burn our Tera to reverse Trick Room, but I think Heatran, once it's boosted up with the Sun, as long as he don't click Earth Power into this slot, which he shouldn't, right? And I just want to cover for like a Moonblast or a Psychic into Kommo-O. We do reveal our Tera. He would have been in a pickle if I just went for Clangerous Soul there. Alright, so we get that turn right. He didn't Tera either. We take that fairly well. And it is a Moonblast, so that's a good switch by us. We're boosted in the Sun. So let's try to take out Crest here. So we do have, oh, something's taking a Heat Wave. I don't know if that's ideal for you to be taking a Heat Wave here. You just get one shot and we get the burn on Crest. So let's see how much single target Matcha Gotcha does here. Like, if we pick up the KO here, it's game over. And that's why I wanted to bring Heatran, right? Because we got that boost from the Eruption plus the Sun. Ooh, he survives on one, but he's going to die from the burn. He did get Trick Room back up, though. So the thing about this is he gets 2 free switch-ins. The crest not going down there is unfortunate. I should have just reversed Trick Room. I don't know if my Heatran could take an Earth Power. I should have protected her actually. I don't think the double switch was appropriate. Yeah, I should have protected Heatran and switched out into Kommo-O. Wait, he might not even have, he might be choice locked. I wonder if he is choice locked. I'm gonna go for a Clangerous Soul. I might as well just try to deal damage with Landorus, right? Choco's a threat here. The Sinistcha, oh, he just cancels. I think he's choice locked in the Earth Power. Yep. I don't think I needed a double switch there. I could have protected Heatran. I think he was definitely choice specs Torkoal. Because now that I think about it, like the eruption, even it's in the sun, he didn't Tera, so it still did a lot to Sinistcha. So I'm pretty sure, because my Sinistcha is like no special attack investment, all bulk. So I'm pretty sure that it was choice specs. He was locked into that. So that's why he just forfeit, because he couldn't switch back out of Earth Power. And Landorus, I mean, Iron Hands really doesn't have a way to deal with Landorus once it's intimidated, right? So he kind of saw the writing on the wall because he didn't click a fire type attack. But that's going to be it for that one. Let's get to the next one. Oh, okay, so we have Dondozo. Dondozo, Dragonite, Chimpao. You know, this is very similar to the team that I hit rank 1 with, right? The only difference is there's a Fluttermane over the Infernape, which was my favorite mod that I just had on that team. And what's funny is, in the team building process when I made that team, this is the exact team that I had. And I just switched out Fluttermane for the Infernape because I wanted to try to get #1 with my favorite Pokemon all time. So it's funny. So I wonder if this is similar, like the Dragon Tera, Dondozo, Choice Band, Dragonite, Chimpao with Crunch, and what item did I think I had Life Orb. Yeah, I had Life Orb on Ogrepon. Let's go with the Trick Room mode again. I mean, I don't think I bring Kommo-O here. Heatran might be skeptical, but it does give me a switch into like E-Speed. I fully expect my opponent's team to win here because I know how powerful it can be. And the only thing that held my team back, well, not really held back, it's just I chose to drop the Fluttermane just for the purpose of using my favorite Pokemon in the Infernape. But the team, when I built it, it functioned better with Fluttermane because you had a special attacker there. So I'm gonna just Trick Room here and fake out Ogrepon. Decent damage. I think I'll be doing a lot of damage from Iron Hands. Okay. So he's that type of set. Interesting. So Yon Dondozo. So this is definitely not the same because my Dondozo was offensive, 3 attacks, Rock Slide, Earthquake, and Order Up with Dragon Tera. It's more of a stally team. But the core of it is still the same, right? Oh, he didn't protect. Okay. That's a lot of damage on Dondozo to start. And it's Bullet Seed. So it's loaded dice. I think Dondozo should protect here. I don't think there's no way that you just give up Dondozo like this, even if it does potentially give me a sleep, right? And because he can read me switching and then attacking with Ogrepon. Alright, perfect. So we get a little bit of health and then we switch out Ogrepon. Heatran 4 times resist the Bullet Seed. Yeah. So that's the correct play, because now you just Bullet Seed Heatran, right? Yep. So the idea was that he knew I was going to switch out Iron Hands, but he protect Dondozo so I don't kill with my Ogrepon. And then he gets the KO on Ogrepon, on my Ogrepon. I don't think there's nothing that you can tear into that resists both grass and fire, right? But let's just Dragon. Do I really want to risk my Heatran? I think I do want to risk it. This could be a bad play if he's Dragon and it goes for Earthquake. But I feel like I may need the Tera on Sinistcha to get another Trick Room up. So I'm willing to risk it. Dragon Tera is the only Tera that's going to save him right now. Oh, he's going for it. So let's see what he is. I was so tempted to go for Fairy Tera right now. Poison. Okay, so Heat Wave should still pick up that. A burn here would be crazy. Not much damage. Oh, we got the burn. Perfect. I wonder if he even has Earthquake. We just need to hit here. He did survive. He just yawned. Alright, so he's not gonna KO due to the burn. The yawn is so irritating. How many turns of Trick on my left? One. I'm gonna protect Heatran, switch out an Iron Hands. I think I probably should have switched into Ogrepon here. Oh, I did. Okay. And the reason for this is because I need to get the fake out to get Trick Room back up. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, he read me going in the Iron Hands there. Alright, so now I can KO Dondozo. Get Sinistcha in. I can follow me Trick Room. That's perfect. I mean, I'm just gonna switch out into Iron Hands anyway. Alright, so see you, Dozo. So we finally get rid of the Dondozo. Are you special attack? Yes. So I fully expect to lose my Ogrepon here, but I'm gonna go for redirection. Trick Room. Follow me. And I want him to double up and KO. I think the only thing that this play loses to, like in Prison. In Prison, Fluttermane plus Draco Meteor. That'll be pretty bad. Oh, he went for Hydro Pump. So that's actually a decent play because now I have a sleeping Mon on the field. I'm just gonna Tera Sinistcha, right? And, like, he can't knock it out with Shadow Ball. And Machagacha's doing a lot of damage here. Well, now I am weak to his Grass Ivy Cudgel. I think I should have just hard switched into Heatran. I think I'll do that next turn. If he just kills Ogrepon here, he's in a bad spot. Okay. Yeah, him not going for Draco Meteor there was like, I guess he read me going for a Fire Tera on Sinistcha. And we keep missing the Machagachas. This is fine though. I think once Iron Hand gets in, then we're in a good spot. Yep. And see, even though Dondozo's down, his team still has like really good comeback potential. Is it just another Shadow Ball? Okay. He's clicking the right buttons though. Alright, but we're slowly getting to a point where we should be in a really good spot. 2 turns left. wonder if it's just a double protect here. Well, he's not protecting Flutter Man. Oh, yes, he is. Okay. Yeah, Ogrepon's fast, slower than Flutter Man. He can only switch one, so I think he's gonna switch out Flutter Man. He's got to switch in Tatsugiri here, right? This is a hard read by me, but I need the extra health. If he doesn't switch here, then that should win him the game. Okay, yep. It's probably going to be a double protect on Ogrepon. Yep. 2020 Pokevision. Beautiful. I don't know if Heatran KOs it here, but if we do get it a 3v1, we're in a good spot. Alright. Tatsugiri survives. But he has Hydro Pump, so he doesn't have Muddy Water. He still has to hit a Hydro Pump. So I want to sack Ogrepon. Protect Heatran. That's where I get fake out pressure. So he may just be 3 attacks. He may have Gleam, Moonblast, and oh, we got that rewrite again. So he heals us up a little bit. So it's just Gleam. If I wake up here, then he's in a really bad spot. I'm gonna try this KO to Tatsugiri. Okay, he still has to hit Hydro Pump. He does. Alright, we survived. I mean, I think this just Gleam shouldn't KO, and we wake up. So if he protects Flutter Man, goes for Hydro Pump, then we just heal back up. Yep. So it's Hydro Pump. Let's see. It should just be a Gleam. Yep. And now we KO Flutter, and we know he's not the Berry. He's Booster Energy. Now we should be able to get the KO onto the Tatsugiri. He still has to hit a Hydro Pump. He has to crit and hit. I don't even think that does enough. He does hit, but no crit. Nice. And we pull this win off. Beautiful. Yeah, so you see the comeback power of that team, like it's really strong. I didn't choose to use the Dondozo with Yawn and Ogrepon with Bullet Seed, but I can see what he's going for there. But I think that the Life Orb Ivy Cudgel is just stronger than the with the chance to crit is stronger than the loaded dice Bullet Seed in my opinion. And Dondozo being more offensive instead of having the Yawn pressure and just being able to pick up KOs is a lot better, because you see, like, we were able to just stick around on the field and just chip Dondozo because it really wasn't picking up any KOs. It was just putting on Yawn pressure. But that's going to be it for that battle. Let's get into one final match. All right, so getting into our final match of the day, we have... That's going to be Alolan, Ninetales, Excalibur, Arcanine, Annihilate, Moltres, and Gastrodon. So my Ogrepon clears the Arcanine and the Gastrodon, right? I think Rage Fist is scary here. I think Heatran putting on Heat Wave pressures is really good here. Iron Hands just because it's naturally bulky, and Ogrepon for the redirection. Landorus just gives Annihilate a boost. Annihilate is scary here, and Machagacha can't KO Annihilate fast enough, and it's just gonna get Rage Fist stacks off of it. And we can't Strength Sap it, so that's the reason why I'm leaving those two behind. He may not even bring Ogrepon. I mean, he may not even bring Gastrodon or Arcanine. Yep, so that's a He recognized Annihilate is good here. I want to just go for Fairy Tera Tera Blast into Annihilate. I may lose Kommo-O if he just goes for Moonblast, but if he doesn't go for Aurora Veil, then this will KO. Oh, he's tearing though. Well played, well played. He didn't want to risk it. If he goes for Moonblast here, I'm just in a bad spot. Yeah. I felt like this was my best play. That's a really good play by my opponent. The good thing about it is we're special attackers. Alright, so I'm gonna go for Earth Power next turn. We have super effective damage on the field, but it's just about targeting correctly and him protecting. I need to pull out of the protect on this Annihilate, but if it just doesn't ever protect, then I think we're in a good spot. If he doesn't protect here and takes a lot of damage from Earth Power, he's gonna protect next turn. I can double up the mountains. Okay. That was a chance for me to Heat Wave. Alright, so I think that this double up may be able to get the KO. Can I beat Ninetales? I have Heavy Slam in the back, so I can. He has Icy Wind. He hasn't shown Moonblast or Ice type of, or Blizzard. Oh, Earth Power is probably not gonna pick up from there. Unless we get a crit. It shouldn't KO me. Oh, it does. I'm gonna Flash Cannon this slide and Spiky Shield. Yeah, Annihilate is so good next to screens if you can't remove it. I guess the best lead into this would be Tornadus, if I had it. We lost our Tera, we haven't dealt any damage, he still has screens. I figured he would protect that. This is to bait out like a freeze dry in case he has it. I'm just going for another Icy Wind. Kommo-O is about to get KO'd too. Oh, that is enough to get the one-hit KO. Okay, so we could have been took the KO on Ninetales. Let's see what my opponent sends out. If I can get a crit on the Annihilate with an Ivy Cudgel, that can win me the game. And I have the chance to, right? It has a higher crit chance. Oh, here's my chance right here. So let's see, can we get the crit? We need the crit to win this. Yeah, this team is scary because he has a lot of boosting between like Swords Dance, Excalibur, Bulk Up, Annihilate, Nasty Plot, Moltres, but this team just loses to like Haze and stuff. Haze and Weather Control. So you can't get your screens up. Oh, that's a good play. Whew. It's not enough to KO. And he was light play. Alright, my only hope is that I'm faster than Annihilate. At neutral speed. My opponent won't know that though, right? I'm so close to being KO'd. Alright, so we can fake out Moltres. And this depends if I'm faster at neutral speed. He may even go for a switch here. Are we faster? Yes. Okay. So that means we're faster than the Moltres too. So let's see what his last one is. Berserk is activated. So he's at +3, but I think Iron Hands could take whatever attack it has and KO with a wild charge. But this Arcanine is justified. It's not Intimidate. I can still win this. He has to extreme speed the Kommo-O. You can't just leave it on the field. Oh, he went for a protect. Is it a double protect? Oh, he didn't even go for it. Oh, what? Ah, that flinch is huge. Cause I just been able to beat him with draining punch. Yeah, then now he just E-speeds me, right? I can go for a double. No, we don't get it. Ah, that flinch is huge though. Good play. Yeah, see, if we didn't get flinched last turn, we just KO'd Moltres. And then we drain punch Arcanine. That was beautifully played though. I'm actually gonna play one more game. I like to end my videos with a win, so let's go ahead and get one more match. Alright, so our final match of the day, Tinglu. So Tinglu is pretty threatening against Kommo-O. But I fully expect him to lead Chiyu Fluttermane. And I beat that last time with this core. And Ogrepon can help me deal with the Ting Lu. Because he can play in Trick Room. But I expect him to lead to stop Kommo-O. Alright, so let's see what he leads off with. He starts off with Ting Lu Dragon. Okay. I mean, I can just get Trick Room started here. Now, if he's flying Tera Blast Dragonite, I'm in a bad spot. Dragonite Ting Lu. That's a good protect. What is Dragonite going for? It might just be Choice Band Outrage. That's Aries. Will he double up into the Sinistcha slot? If he makes that play, he makes it, but I don't want to burn my Tera just yet. Just because he may have Iron Hands in the back. I probably should have just done it though. Sinistcha is so good into his team. Yeah, I should have done it. It depends on if he sends out a physical attacker. Yeah, it is Iron Hands, so I'm actually glad I didn't Tera there. Dragon, okay. Oh, he's slower than me. Oh, wow. Oh, well, we have Tera Fairy here. And that hits 3 of his Pokemon right now, so losing Sinistcha is not ideal. But I may be able to do something with Tera Fairy. I'm hoping that he goes for Fake Out here. Because he could just play aggressive and not Fake Out. Double up the Iron Hand slot. Yeah, he didn't Fake Out. And he read a Fairy Tera. Yeah, he definitely read that. I know that slot has protect, so I'm gonna double this slot. Would you really still click heavy slam twice into that after you just saw me do that? Yeah, I knew he wasn't gonna go for it again though. After he just saw me do it twice. He could have drain punched the Heatran slot though. That's still a good middle ground play. This Ting Lu is so good. I don't know why more people don't use it. It's really hard to remove. And it's so good with Dragonite because the Ruination gets things into extreme speed range. I don't see how I get back into this game. Yeah, I just actually set up Trick Room just to make my mons go last, which is unfortunate. Because both of these two are slower than me. He didn't really bring any... He didn't bring any answers into Clangerous Soul, Steel Tera, Kommo-O. So I'm surprised about that. He read me perfectly going for the Trick Room variant of my team. Let's cheat. I think if he has Snarl, he should win this game. If he Dark Pulses Heatran though, if for some reason he doesn't kill Iron Hands here, I think I can still win. I'm pretty sure Dragonite is locked in. He still doesn't know my last yet, so he has to lock into a move. I wonder if that's Choice Specs or Choice Scarf Chi. I feel like you can't ignore Heatran here. Yeah, okay, so what does Chi-Yu go for? Heat Wave, okay. So it's not single target, so we correctly protected there. Nice. No burn. Oh, he's Focus Sash. That's not ideal. I feel like you go for that again and expect the single target Heat Wave to kill Iron Hands. Oh, that's a good play. Oh, he just went Dark Pulse. Alright, here's how I win this. Follow me. Which should go before E-Speed, right? I don't know if it does. My hope is that Follow Me goes with that my Ogrepon is faster than his Dragonite. Because what I'm gonna do here is Follow Me into Tera Blast. Then I can win the game like that. It all depends if Follow Me. Now they're both in the same priority bracket. It just depends on which mine is faster. Wait, did Follow Me go before? Oh, I spiky shielded. Okay, let's see. This is the only way I can win this game. Gosh, I wish the Chi-Yu was in Focus Sash. Oh, it went first. Okay. Alright, Tera Blast has to KO here. This is Fairy Tera. This is Tera boosted Life Orb. We're gonna knock out ourselves. Let's go. We got the win. Oh man, and we cleared the field. But we found a way to win. Oh man, my opponent's team was really cool. Like, Ruination into E-Speed is really strong because you're chipping everything down under 50%. And Dragonite loves to pick things off that are under 50%, especially with Choice Man. That's actually something I might want to look into myself. I kind of like that combo. I feel like it's very strong. And very underrated. And also, the Tinglu prevents the special attackers, which is not that many in the format right now, but the ones that are in the format, they just don't do that well in the Tinglu. Now the Dragon Tera is a little bit sketchy. I feel like there's better Teras for it because now you're weak to Flutter Mane before and after you Tera, and that's not something that you want to be weak to when your whole idea is to be able to wall like special attackers, right? So that's kind of the only downside for that. But we were able to still pick up that win, and that's going to be it for our first set of battles to this team. Let's get into a mid-way review. We actually hit 279, so we're going to try to push to see how high we can get in the next video. All right, getting into our mid-way review. As always, we have the rental code up at the top right, as well as the Pokepaste in the description below. And this team is pretty good. Kommo-O did come out to a few games early on in the first video. Like I said, this team is a Kommo-O balanced team. So just because it's built around Kommo-O doesn't mean we're going to bring Kommo-O every single game, because in reality, there's a lot of teams that know what Kommo-O wants to do and have like really good options into it. And you don't want to keep just bringing it and just losing the game because, you know, you're feeding into your opponent's hands. So that's why I wanted the idea of a balanced team with Kommo-O, so that it has other options, and Kommo-O is just an option on this team, right? But like I said, this is the Kommo-O team, but it's built around it, but it's not the only option. Like I said, we had a couple battles to where we didn't even bring it, and you see that we were positioned really good with this team with the other mons that are on this team. It has really good synergy. We have, you know, the perfect amount of special attackers and physical attackers. We have some boosting in case we need to boost. The one team that we went against with screens we did lose to, but I feel like we win that game if we don't get flinched on Iron Hands with the air slash. So that was us finding a way to play out of that game. And I honestly wouldn't play any of the turns any differently, even though I could have like been a little bit more aggressive with Kommo-O. I wouldn't play any of the turns that I use any differently, for the simple fact that we lost to a flinch, because Iron Hands doesn't flinch. we KO Moltres, and then once Moltres is down, Arcanine can still E-Speed Kommo-O, but then it's gonna take a Drain Punch from the Iron Hands, which he wasn't Intimidate, so it's gonna probably one-shot it. If not one-shot it, bring it very low and heal us all the way back up, so that we're in range of surviving like a Flare Blitz from it, right? And it had Protect, so we know that it wasn't Choice Band either, so it wasn't gonna be Choice Band damage coming out. Not sure what set he's running on that. I would assume maybe one of his mons have beat up on his team, and it's beat up like justified, so he can beat up either the Annihilate or he can beat up the Arcanine, right? And it may like be beat up on the Moltres. I'm not sure, because it had a couple turns where I felt like it could have protected and it didn't. So it may have just had beat up with Nasty Plot, Fiery Wrath, and Air Slash. But that's just my guess. I'm not 100% sure about that. And also, the Moltres was slower than the Annihilate, which means that the beat up strategy actually wouldn't work that well, because you want to have your beat up user outspeed the Annihilate. So I'm not sure what my opponent's thoughts was on that team, and if he is by chance watching this video, leave a comment, let me know, what's the idea behind your Arcanine not having Intimidate, or is it just Rockhead with Head Smash? Just let me know with a comment below. But that's gonna be it for a midway breakdown of this team. I would give this team so far, it's like, I give it a strong 9 out of 10. I'm really impressed with it. I'm not really seeing any glaring weaknesses in it. The Teras are kind of perfect on this team. They have good synergy together, and they all pretty much, especially like the Water Tera and Fairy Tera Heatran, they're really valuable like what this team wants to do. But like I said, that's gonna be it for a breakdown. If you like this video, leave a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, deuces.